Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. It's been a little while since I've posted a video, but I had a situation today that really irritated me, and I just wanted to put a video out to see if anyone else has had this issue as well. Um, I am a avid pet lover. I have 3 dogs, and I've tried establishing vets that I can count on when I need them. One vet I went to thinking it's a good place. Went there and all they could do is rack up the charges for physicals and blood work and this x-ray and that x-ray and shots and this and that. Um, Walked out of there, my bill was $1,200. Okay. Well, I had one of my dogs jumped off a piece of furniture and I thought she had broke her leg. So I called wanting them to see her. No, we can't work her in. Sorry, go to ER. Okay, that's fine. That's your prerogative. But I went to another vet after that, and again I established care with this vet. Had all my 3 dogs. I did all the health maintenance and the labs and the shots and the dental and all this stuff. $5,000. I paid that vet. The second I call needing an urgent work-in appointment, nope, can't see you. Go to urgent care or ER. Okay. What is the point in trying to establish a vet? Obviously, if you want a physical for your dog, oh, they're all for it. But if you actually need some care for your animal, nobody wants to see him. I called all over the place trying to get my dog in, including animal hospitals. Oh no, we don't have any appointments available. There's got to be somebody out there that can actually see your pet. That is what a hospital is supposed to be. You're supposed to be able to be seen. No, everything requires an appointment. Okay. Well, I'm getting sick of this. Is there not a good old-fashioned vet out there that actually gives a damn about the animals? Everyone needs to earn a paycheck. I understand that. You got overhead, all that stuff. However, your time doesn't cost you anything. Give a damn once in a while and see an animal that's in pain. It's ridiculous. I had a friend years ago that he had a pet that he loved. He loved his cat. He had had that cat for years. The cat became sick. He took it to the vet, and it could have been saved, but the vet wouldn't work with him. My friend wanted to make payments. He would have done anything to save his cat. He loved that cat dearly. But no, the vet would not do anything. I mean, my friend would have even scrubbed his toilets at his house. Anything to save his dog. Or, sorry, cat. But, it's not because poor people don't care. We can't help it if we don't have a lot of money to spend thousands and thousands of dollars when our animals need it. I go without. I'm sure a lot of others go without to make sure that their pet is well cared for. It'd just be nice if you could get a little help from the veterinarian's office. I don't know. Everything anymore is money. Everything is just money. You guys have lost touch with what is really important. I know if there's a veterinarian, and excuse me, that's my other dog making noise, so that's what that's about. If I run across a vet that cares about my animal and, will let me make payments, you got a customer for life, and word of mouth is the best advertising out there. I'd tell everybody. I work in healthcare. I know that if we turned patients away that needed us, we'd hear about it. Well, I ended up having to go back to that first vet because I couldn't get my dog in anywhere. And of course, they did the physical, and they did this test and that test. And by the time they were done racking up my bill with all the tests, I couldn't afford the medicine. That's all I needed was just an antibiotic. But no, you got to do all these tests first. No, you don't have to do all those tests. They've been helping animals for hundreds of years, and they didn't need all these tests just to help them. I'm sorry. So they wanted me to buy the med from their office. Of course, 3 times the amount that the med you can actually get it with a good RX card or one of the pet med companies. You can get it for that, a third less. Well, I asked for a prescription. Well, you could tell it pissed the vet off. So she ended up writing the prescription, but it was for a medicine that she knew I couldn't get at a local pharmacy. You could only get it through a vet supply, and it was name brand and very expensive. When I know for a fact there are alternatives that are generic I could have got. I'm in this business. I know there's alternatives. I do it all the time for my patients. I find things for them. Coupons. I find, I talk to the doctor prescribes something, might not be the brand name stuff, but it works. And I know it's the same for dogs. I know there's meds out there that would have been cheaper, but you wouldn't do it. I called one of these pet med places, and I asked, are there comparable medicines to this medicine? Oh, yeah, there's comparable medicines. But my vet wouldn't prescribe it. This person that I talked to also told me that they go through this all the time with vets. The vets are angry because you aren't buying the medications from them, so they refuse to take the calls from these pharmacists, and, they won't verify the prescriptions that was written. All you have to do is make the medicine reasonable. Yeah, you do have to make a profit, mark it up a little bit, make yourself a little profit. But, I would have happily bought the medicine at the vet's office if it had been reasonable. That's all you have to do. You don't have to 3 times the charge everything. You might get a few more buyers that way, but the amount of patients that will come back to you means a lot. Enough people get the word that you're so greedy that you didn't help them, they're going to stop going to you. I'm sorry. I am just really mad. I wanted to be a vet. I couldn't be a vet because my heart would break every time an animal died. And I know you guys have to have tough skin for that kind of thing. But you also have to have a heart under that tough skin. I would never let an animal suffer. I would never let them walk out the door knowing that they were in horrible pain just because the person couldn't pay. Barter, take payments, whatever. People who love their animals will make payments. Anyway, I just had to, spew my anger tonight because I'm just tired of this. Everything has gotten so commercial, and everything is about the almighty dollar. It'd be a lot better place, a lot better world if people just cared. Anyway, have a good night, and if anyone knows a good vet out there that does care and would do anything for an animal, let me know, would you? I'm looking for a good vet. Have a nice night. Bye-bye.